Okay, this training is about creating and managing events in Transfer Virginia. So this is the login screen that you will get when you log in with a institution created account, which you will need to manage events and build events. But anybody can go in and look at the events in the upper right-hand corner. This is, give this to students, give this to advisors, make sure everybody knows to watch your events. And we have a number of things loaded in. I will ask that your events be transfer related until we really see how many events we're going to get in there. But it looks like we've got a good number. We've got 4 pages of events loaded in there right now from 4 colleges. So I stick to transfer oriented events.
Right.
So let me just show you. I'm just going to click on this table, Shenandoah University. What I'm seeing right off this screen is that Laurel Ridge Community College is hosting at their Middletown campus, and they've given the address, a table with Shenandoah University in attendance. And it looks like Brian Lee, the transfer representative from Shenandoah, is going to be at Laurel Ridge. And so if I click on that, it is going to actually give me the date and the time. And it even shows me a Google map of the location.
Okay.
So that's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. If I wanted to, as a student, set a reminder, I could add this to my calendar and then manage it from there. I'm just going to pull up another one. What do we have here? VCU College of Health Professions on-campus visit. Oh, okay, so this is a little bit different. This is, and I wish they had put in VCU's name in the sponsor name, just so we know we get even further confirmation that it's at VCU. But it looks like on the 3rd floor of the Student Life Center, VCU's Health Professions is giving a tour. They're going to answer all your transfer admissions and advising questions, opportunity to speak with transfer admissions representatives about the application process. Beautiful. And again, a Google map, although the Google map is not showing everything it should, probably because you need the campus name and full address so that Google can find it.
Okay.
So I'll actually talk to the person at VCU who posted that and see if we can get that a little bit cleaner. So those are some good examples of the kinds of events that you might post. If a particular transfer rep comes onto your campus, or if you invite students in for a transfer day or a transfer weekend, if you have some sort of transfer fair where you have a number of colleges on your campus, you can put all of those on the calendar.
Okay.
When you're logged in with your institution created account that has events manager or events administrator role attached to your name, your username, you can come to the management menu and manage events. And because I'm the consortium manager, I see all the events. You should just see your college's events and be able to edit those if necessary. If you need to delete an event, you would simply click the box in front of it and then click delete event. Pretty straightforward. A lot of the website information functions the same way these days. So under add new event, you want a catchy title that's going to bring students in. The sponsor would be the name of the college unless it were a particular department or the student activities group or a particular club on campus, or your local chamber of commerce is sponsoring an event at your college. Put whatever name you need to give credit to. or use your college name. If you are going to broadcast the event on Zoom or Facebook or something, you can include an event URL here. If you want, the online event box, only mark that if it is only an online event. If you are holding it in person, but you're also going to broadcast it, then just include the URL, but do not mark the online event box. If you want to talk about the sponsor, put a description here. But maybe the most important thing is your event description. What is actually going on? And you saw some examples in the live events right now. Be sure to promote that to students who may be interested in transferring to your university. Or if you are trying to attract a certain college, maybe it's the feeder community college in your community, you may want to tailor your message to those students. If you're just inviting, these college students to come to this college, this university today for a tour, you might put that information in there. This description, you can really play around with the HTML. You can try loading pictures. I know there was a problem with pictures initially. I'm not positive that that's been fixed because we haven't had anybody load pictures, but I will try to track that information down. All right, by default, something is going to be scheduled. However, if you wanted to, you could leave, if you need to cancel it or postpone it, you could change that status. Although if you postpone something, it's still going to be scheduled for the new date unless you haven't found a new date yet. What type of an event is it? And we've got a number of different things that you can put in there. I think there are a couple that are really standard. I don't know that we're going to be seeing too many others, for example. Location. Here, put the full address. As we saw, the Google map really wants a full address so that it gets that street and then building location to show on the map. But also make it descriptive enough so that an attendee knows that it's in the 3rd floor student activities office or transfer office or something. Right. You can leave the event ID blank. I think this is actually, if your college uses some sort of an event ID, you can put that in there too, but otherwise leave it blank. The start date and time. If you click on the calendar, you can choose the date and then you can choose the time. And you want that for tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. There's your start time. And then end time will be the same thing. If you are entering, and I think Shenandoah has their listings for the person that comes in every Wednesday. You need to do an event for every Wednesday. There is a copy feature when you go to look at the entire list. There is a copy feature. But if you put it in as, oh, they're going to be here Wednesdays from the beginning of the semester to the end of the semester, and then you click to look at how it shows up on the calendar, it has the entire month blocked. So just plan out your visits per visit.
For us, we do not really have specific transfer events. We have information sessions, but that's information for freshmen and transfers. And we have it every day except the weekend. So what would you recommend? I'm thinking I would add one once a week.
I would maybe put in like once a week, and then in the event description, say that our campus tours are available every day, are available Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. And we welcome both first-time in college students as well as transfer students. I would write that out in a narrative for your event description, and then just put it in once a week or once every other week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then when you add that, it will go to the list. And then let me go back up here to the events list and show you 2 different ways of viewing things So you can either look at the whole list. That seems like the longest way to do it. You can also view by calendar. So events will show up on the dates in the calendar. So we've got some stuff in September. I really like Laurel Ridge kind of thought out their next month and put a few things on there. Great. If we go back to the list view, one way that is much easier to see things is by using the filters. So I know that I am interested in going to Virginia Western Community College. I just want to see what their events are. And so there they've got oh, okay. That's interesting. That VCU College of Health Professions is not at VCU. It's actually at Virginia Western. All right. There is a Transfer Week College Fair. And Hollins is coming on. So you've narrowed the search down to just the college that you're interested in.
Okay.
If you really weren't sure which college you were interested in, but you wanted information sessions, click on that, and well, they all happen to be William and Mary, but information sessions from these various schools. So it's a way of limiting and seeing just the things that you're interested in rather than everything on the list. So my recommendation is that you load a few events, you come back out here to the events page and look at your events, and do they make sense the way they're laid out? If not, if, for example, you're really not sure where that VCU Health Professions is being held, go back in and edit your event so that it becomes more clear to the viewer. And do not hesitate if you aren't seeing how to make something look the way you want it to look. Reach out to me at mcrenshaw@vccs.edu, and I am happy to help.
Will do. Thanks, Melody.
All right. I am going to stop sharing and stop recording.